To remove the side bolster, maybe first try to slide out the belt. There is a crack in there, and then as you look inside, you have flipped the back here. Just underneath you have a black piece and it has a clip on it right there. Press on it, slide a little bit out. When you put it back in place, make sure you engage it properly so it clips back in place, just like that. So move it a little bit forward, not too much, towards the belt, and then slide the whole thing upwards, just like that. At the bottom you have a sliding pin that engages into this bracket here. You don't have to unlock anything. You also have kind of a side clip here that gets not inside but outside here, gets kind of hooked. You don't have to think about it. Maybe toss the thing towards the center of the car a little bit to unhook that thing. Also, maybe careful at the bottom with this wires. I'm not sure if it's a SRS or not, but just careful not to stretch them. These are the connector for the headrests. Now if you want access to the fuel pump, which this car is a non-turbo with a metal gas tank, not the plastic one, and the whole fuel pump and sender unit, it's here. There's also a cover underneath the other side, but there's nothing under there. It's all here. But on some cars you have a cover here, an access here, and an access on the other side. I think it's the sender unit on the other side, and you have a long hose which you'll be careful not to drop inside the tank. You need to attach it before sliding. For this car, let's see, the access to the pump is actually very easy once you figure out. You need to undo this bottom cushion. You have, for this whole thing, there is one single bolt. It's right here underneath that side bolster. It goes there, and you also have the connector for flipping the headrest. So careful how to undo this guy and toss it so you don't crush the wires. Have 40mm here, and that's all you have to do. Just remove that thing, the 40mm, and then on the other side, do I have my flashlight? No, I don't. Maybe you don't see it very easily. There is just a sliding pin that goes in there. You do not have to remove this bracket yet. It stays there, no problem. Just slide the whole section, grab it, move it forward to make place for this kind of things to move. And there's just sliding out like this. You just slide the pin out. And if you need to remove the other side, again, it doesn't attach here, so it's just that slide pin that would secure it, and you have another bolt under the side bolster as well. So there's basically one single bolt for each side, one for this guy, one for this guy. Once that seat section is out, to get full access to the door, you need to remove this anchor. It's for the child seat. I believe it's a 14 or 15mm and 18 one, so perhaps you need a breaker bar, a half inch drive, because it's actually pretty tight. You don't need to tighten back like crazy, but 3/8 ratchet won't do it. To remove the bottom of the rear seats, it's a whole bench, and normally there's two clips, one on each side, and normally most of the times you just grab it perhaps in the front here, just give it a nice pull, one kick up pull, and it comes out. But sometimes, for some mysterious reasons, it gets stuck. It just, you won't be able to release it. And my friendly advice is not to force on your lower back, because when it's stuck, it's stuck. There's no way you can release it this way, and it's breaking your back. Try to move your hand and try to pull on the corner here, so right where the bench makes a corner, and try to maybe force on that bracket like this instead of forcing like that. So maybe that works sometime. So these are the two. There's two clips like this on the frame, and there's like a metal hook, I'll show you right away, from the cushion itself that gets inside. Sometimes it gets stuck, and the idea here is to hopefully have a nice long pry bar like this. I don't think with screwdrivers will work, and trying to film this, it's a little bit hard. You just basically as this guy sits like this upwards, you try to insert it from the side underneath the outer part of that black piece, just like that, and lift it. Just pray like this. So I'm going to press down on the pry bar, and obviously quite a few times you are going to break that plastic piece, so it's broken, but at least you could release that thing. Normally it will come out from there. You notice I even did try to grease mine, but didn't work. I don't have a part number for this thingy, but I could grab a couple of spare one from the junkyard, and I have no idea, really no idea why it's, you notice the amount of grease I put in there, no idea why it's catching sometimes. For some reason, even if I would put the back piece right here, we will probably catch it again. And again, like I said, if you pull like crazy, like I tried to, it will also tear this foam here. So that's not the way to do it. It's really with a pry bar. Basically, you insert the pry bar right on the side of that black piece and just